Welcome in to the Coach Jake Ganus Show. I'm David Simpson. We're here on the field of Bill Marsh Stadium as the Blue Devils prepare for their third round playoff game against Ramsey this coming Friday night. But first, we want to talk to Coach Ganus about that big second round win at Winona Dragons Friday night. Coach, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. It was a big win. Any win in the playoffs is huge. It's tough. Teams get better and better every round, and we went on the road. And in a different environment, and I thought our kids handled it really well, and we ultimately got the win.
Their defense is pretty solid. Mm-hmm. They averaged like 14, giving up 14 points per game. It looks like offensively, trying to get that run game kind of was slow there. I know they were putting those linebackers up right almost the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Can you tell us how y'all tried to adjust to that a little bit?
So they had 6 guys and we had 5, and so it's tough when you're trying to run into the teeth of a defense like that. But we stayed consistent, and I thought our answer to that was spitting the ball out quick out in the perimeter, and then in the second half we were able to do a lot more gap scheme runs with Bradley Blais and Bravis Cave and get those guys going, kind of to neutralize that 6th guy inside. But they're a really good box. It really didn't matter how many guys they had. It's one of those things where you just got to keep chipping, and eventually they'll break, and that's what we're able to do there late in the game.
So when you put I guess it's the heavy package in, a lot of success there. I guess is it based off how many more linemen you have in that formation?
Yeah. Well, it's more of a mentality for us than it is anything. We bring a bunch of black shirts over, Willett, Cam Mallory, Tio, Jagger, and Golf, and with our O-line and Bravis, and we say, our 11 are going to go move the ball and your 11.
Basically man up.
Yeah, and so, but we've got a bunch of different stuff. We ran some different wrinkles yesterday, and we have a bunch out of that package. We usually run it about once or twice a game. We ran it 6 times. All 6 were successful plays. So as you get in the playoffs, the weather starts getting cold, and you get up or you're down or you need a 4th and 2. It's something you got to have, and I'm really happy and thankful we do have that package, and it's been successful for us.
So I know offensively you had 270 yards passing on the ground total, 135. You had over 400 yards total offense from max preps. Against that defense, that's very, very good.
It was really good against that defense. If you told me we went over 400 total yards, because I knew the time of possession was going to be down, in which it was. We didn't have the ball but 3 times in the first half, if you don't include the last play Hail Mary type thing we ran. But I was proud of our guys. They did some good stuff, and we weren't going to just sell out the first quarter to just throwing the ball every play and spitting it out. We want to stay consistent with the run game, and like I said, at the end of the game, it started kind of working because those guys got tired, and our O-line really started to get some movement, and the dam started breaking a little bit. So,
kind of the frustration on the Winona side, I guess, kind of trying to get in our head. Did y'all address that during the week? Try to keep your composure?
Yeah, it's our kids play with an edge. It's something we talk about every week, and as a coach, I'm not gonna. There's a line, and then our kids know where it is, and we crossed it twice. But besides those 2 times, if they're having fun and they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, I've got no issues with playing with that edge. But everything in that world is a gray area, and you gotta know where to. This ref, hey, he warned me, because refs are good about giving you a warning, hey, let's calm down, or hey, let's not say that, or. And obviously if you talk to a ref, there is no warning on that. So, there's some things that we got to clean up, but when teams play like with an edge, like Winona does, you've got to match that, and you can't just play timid and scared. And I don't think our kids did that. I think our kids were hungry, and I thought ultimately we imposed our will there at the end of the game.
There's one question everybody wanted me to ask you today, was the crazy interception fumble penalty, because we were all trying to figure out what was going on. Can you kind of explain in layman's terms what happened? If you can.
Yeah, I really don't know much about that play. No, but I want to say the explanation was there was a personal foul that occurred during the play while there was joint possession of the ball. Tie goes to the receiver in that scenario, because we initially intercepted it. Then there was hands on the ball, and there was a personal foul that occurred. So all they could do was, hey, we're going to go back from that spot. It's Moody's ball because they had possession at the time of the penalty, and we're going to move it back 15. And so, I mean, it could have went 100 different ways. That was a tough call because the flag was thrown in the middle of the scrum. So that honestly what worked out, couldn't have worked out better for us. So, but yeah, that's all.
That's a perfect explanation.
That's all I know on that one.
Well, speaking of the refs, somebody asked me too, it's supposed to be the best of the best, and I'm not criticizing the refs. I mean, I know it's hard to get referees this day for high school.
Mm-hmm.
Where do those, I guess, refs come from? What society or what region or group did they come from?
So, in the first and second round, you get a half mixed crew. So you'll have half from association, half from another association, and typically they're in your area, but neither crew is yours or the other team crew, if that makes sense. So we'll never have our crew in the playoffs. And then in the third round, you get a completely mixed crew. So all 7 officials are from different areas.
So they never worked together before.
Typically hadn't worked together, and
wow,
they have already kind of established, hey, these are our Super 7 refs, these are our third round refs, these are our semi refs. And so from here on out, you get a completely mixed crew. So last year in the third round, our white hat was from Gordo, Alabama. That's where he refed out in Tuscaloosa West. And then our umpires from Huntsville, our lines judge, like we had a guy from Mobile on the crew. Wow. So there will be completely different guys for the third and fourth round. And the Super 7's already set in terms of who gets to referee that. That's a big accomplishment for our high school refs.
And I guess they are graded during the season to be able to be selected for the Super 7.
They are. They've got evals, their own district, like their own association will turn in reports weekly on, hey, these are how many flags we threw. These are how many, personal fouls we had. This was an issue we had. And so there's, our state, the AHSA, does a really good job. Mr. Washington does a really good job evaluating that. And he's at the state office in Montgomery. He's the one that basically pulls together the refs and makes that decision.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the win. The third time in school history you're going to the third round. And we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about Ramsey coming up this Friday. Also, we're going to talk to Senior Bradley Blais and Senior Simon Moley when we come back. You're watching the Coach Jake Ganus Show on the 411 Network. Welcome back into the Coach Jake Ganus Show. Joining me now is Senior wide receiver Bradley Blais. Bradley, congratulations on that win Friday night and getting that touchdown on the road.
Thank you.
It looks like how that play was developing as we were watching on the broadcast. I saw you open, and it's just like it took forever for that ball to get there to you. So it looked like you kind of took a hit too.
Yeah, it looked like, from what I looked like, from that standpoint, it did take forever. But
I'm glad you caught it and hung on to it.
I caught it, got hit, got up, celebrated.
Got you a touchdown.
Yes, sir.
It kind of explained your role on the offense. You're more of an H-back, tight end, wide receiver. What is your role on offense?
More like H-back. Just I'm in the run game and the pass game. Just try to do what I can do to help this offense.
So this Friday night, you're playing home at the Bill against Ramsey. Thoughts about this Friday night?
We just got to do what we got to do on offense. Just move the ball and just play how we've been playing.
Well, I'll ask you a couple of questions here. These are fun questions. So what's your favorite class here at Moody High School?
Probably math. I'm better at math than.
Well, that's good. What's your favorite music or artist?
Music or artist.
You like country? You like rap? You like classic rock?
I like country.
Okay, you got a favorite country?
Probably Zach Bryan.
Yeah, everybody likes those Zach. What's your favorite food?
Food? Ooh.
If you had a choice, like when you go, if any favorite food, what's the number one to go to eat?
Probably a hamburger, just a good old hamburger. Just
Five Guys or from the concession stand here?
Oh, the concession stand is pretty good.
There you go. You're gonna get some brownie points from football boosters. So as a kid growing up, what was your favorite childhood memory?
Favorite childhood memory? Just probably playing sports with all my friends and stuff. Yeah. Just being along with that. Just
backyard ball and stuff like that.
Ball.
So when football's over, college is over, and you have to go out, get a job, what does Bradley want to do?
I haven't really decided yet.
Well, being good in math, there's a lot of options for you.
I probably could get in business probably, but I really haven't decided that.
Yeah.
Yet.
Well, you got time. Well, you're a senior, so
Yes, sir.
you're on the clock. Well, we're hoping for a great game from you, healthy game, no injuries this Friday night. Got 3 more games left, and we look forward to seeing you on the field this Friday night.
Yes, sir.
You're watching the Coach Jake Ganus Show on the 411 Network. Welcome back into the Coach Jake Ganus Show. Joining me now, senior linebacker Simon Moley. Simon, congratulations on that big win Friday night at Winona. Thoughts about that game a little bit?
Oh man, it was just it was a little physical at the start. I think just the big punt recovering and just a lot of big momentum plays really helped us kind of get on a roll on offense, especially. And then after that, like once we kind of start to get rolling, it's real nice to get that complimentary football going.
So your role, are you more of a linebacker, defense? I see you move around a lot. Can you kind of explain your role on defense?
You know, I really just try to play whatever they need me to play that week. I've been working on, since I played a lot of D-line last year, I've been working on my linebacker skills, pass coverage, anything they need me to do. But I can still always play defensive line position when we need to and just walk down, put a little pressure on the quarterback sometimes.
So I know the defense is what, black shirts and death row. Can you kind of explain which one's which, or how is that?
Death row was kind of just developed by the D-line. That was just their thing. I guess I got lucky enough I'm lucky enough to call myself, a vet just because I got to play last year.
Yeah.
And the black shirts are just, as a whole, just the leaders, the captains of the defense, and just the, real dudes.
Yeah. Well, that defense is, like I told Coach Ganus, probably one of the best, or if the best, to come through here at Moody. So on the year, you've got 64 total tackles. I know you come in and you do a lot of, relieve on depth. So 64 tackles is not something to frown on. That's pretty good for high school football. Big game here this Friday night. Thoughts about, you played against Ramsey last year. Thoughts about that game Friday night?
Man, I'm excited to get to play them again. I hated the way we had to go out last year, but they just got up on us. I don't know what happened. It all happened real quick, but I'm just excited to get to play them again and try to reset the record.
There you go. So a couple of quick questions here. What's your favorite class here at Moody?
I'm gonna go with like my guy Bradley. Probably math. It's just easy. Comes easy.
That's good. Didn't come easy for me. What's your favorite music or artist?
Right now, maybe Tyler Childress. I definitely like country a little more.
Okay. What's your favorite food?
Pizza for sure.
Pizza. From where?
Pizza.
Domino's?
Love Domino's.
Domino's, okay.
Crust.
As a kid growing up, what was your favorite childhood memory?
So growing up in the military, I was all over the place. Just the one that sticks out to me was being in Germany. Lots of snow, and I was building a snowman at one time. It's just always stuck with me.
That's a great memory. When football and college is over, what's Simon going to be doing with his life?
I hope to major in business and then go into law school, maybe economics instead of business, but try to graduate law school.
There you go. Well, good for you, Simon. Enjoyed talking to you today. Good luck this Friday night. Praying for a good, healthy game. We got 3 more games left, so
yes, sir.
Well, good luck this Friday night.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You've been watching the Coach Jake Ganus Show on the 411 Network. Welcome back into the Coach Jake Ganus Show. Well, Coach, this Friday night, a repeat of last year, 3rd round here at the Bill, Ramsey Rams, and it seems like they're starting to find their groove here late in the season.
Yeah, I mean, they played a tough schedule early, similar to us, and their quarterback was hurt or was out, and say like that, versus corner, the other loss they had. So since then, they've given up 30 points in the last 7-8 games. They're scoring 42, 49, 50 a game, and they're a really, really good football team. I wouldn't think anything else. Coach Jackson does a phenomenal job at Ramsey, has done that for years now, and it's going to be a big test, and I know our guys will be excited for it.
So it looks like I did some math this morning looking at Ramsey. It looks like 15.8 points per game on defense. They're giving up, and they're average about 30 points per game based off. But,
if you take out Parker and Clay Chalkbull,
it drops. That's true.
That's going to be a single digit on defense, and offense is going to be up there. So, you got to take it for us. Same with us. If you take off our 24 versus Oxford and 31 we gave up versus Gainesville, we would have the number 2 defense in the state. Right now we're number 4, but we would be number 2. So, you know, it's apples and oranges, but either way, we got to line up Friday and play.
Is there any advantage, I guess, for both teams after, last year playing, you got, majority of your players back? Is there any edge from anybody, you think? Or is it just, hey, we just got to man up and go at it?
I think one thing is they'll have a familiarity coming here.
Yeah.
They came here, they've been in our locker room, they've been through this travel, and then the same for us. There's an advantage where we've been at home in the 3rd round. The only difference is last year the 3rd round was Thanksgiving, and so that week you don't have school, so we had to come up with a schedule that our kids had. We hadn't practiced on Thanksgiving since 2004. When Coach Gross and them were playing Deschler in the 3rd round. So that was the first Thanksgiving week we've had in a while. And so we had to come up with a new schedule this week, normal school week, Thanksgiving's next week. So we're definitely, I think both teams will have an advantage there in terms of just us being familiar and comfortable with our weekly routine. But as far as them as a football team, they lost a lot. We lost a good bit. But the standard's the standard. Their program, their culture hasn't changed. They are who they are. They're doing very similar stuff on defense, offense, very similar stuff, and then we're similar in a way. We just change based on who we're playing. But no, it's going to be a really big challenge, but really exciting matchup for sure.
Well, it looks like their running back, Jaden Martin, he's over the 1,000-yard mark. It looks like he averaged about 125 yards a game, and Cameron Keenan, he's already over 1,000 yards. So, big challenge for you this Friday night.
Yep, and running back, he played against us last year. He was number 26-ish, somewhere around there. He's number 2 now, which is what Ashford wore last year, their running back. And he does a great job. O-line's big and physical. Receivers are quick and get the ball in space and go. And then defensively, starts up front with Reese, their big inside D lineman. That's QB Reese's little brother.
Oh, is it?
And he's a dude. And then they've got Marquell Patterson at backer, who's also a dude, and then in the secondary they do a really good job covering. But we'll have our hands full. It's going to be a fun game.
Well, Coach, we're looking forward to it this Friday night. Remember, this Friday night here at the Bill, 7 p.m. kickoff. You can purchase your tickets on the GoFan app or here at the gate. You can also watch on the 411 network through the NFHS website. You have to purchase a subscription to be able to watch the game. So everybody in Moody, if you're here at home Friday night, come to the Bill. We need everybody here. We need that 12th man. So we see everybody here this Friday night. Go Blue Devils.